Hey everyone, welcome to Downward Dog Rising. It's Tracy and we're gonna do a workout. Let's try a Pilates Yoga fusion workout. So I'll blend it together in the most kind of organic way where it flows together and makes sense. So not sure how it'll come out yet, but let's go for it. All right, let's begin. We're gonna start off just taking an inhalation, feel ribs expand, and then exhale, release. 2 more times, breathing in, expansion into back and sides of rib cage, exhale, release. 1 more time, breathing in, and then exhale. We're gonna loosen up our shoulders, up, down, back, away from ears. 3 more. 2 more. Okay, reverse, just releasing those upper traps, those shoulders. Just lift, roll them forward. 2 more. Good, last one. All right, so let's begin all fours. Cat-cow to move your spine. Relax this part of the back. And then exhale, domino scoop in tight. Inhale, head away from tailbone. Exhale, 3 more. Breathing in. Exhale, 2 more. Breathing in. Exhale, 1 more. Okay, so we're gonna move our spine sideways now. Hand behind head. Keep hip points facing down to your mat. Inhale, ribs expand. Exhale. Gonna move our spine in all directions. 3 more. Breathing in. And 2. Switch hands. Relax shoulders out of ears. Breathing in. Hip points face the mat. 3 more. Really breathe into the lateral ribs. 2 more. Stretch those intercostals. Last one. All right. Next exercise, we're going to press up. I'm actually going to call it by its right name, downward dog. So what that means, you're going to take hands, spread fingers apart, collarbones open wide, lift up your knees. Now just slowly shift your weight back. Heels may touch or they may not. Lengthen breastbone forward. You're just lengthening backs of thighs. Elongate spine. Lift the heels up. Lower the heels down. Breathing in. Think of energy flowing down through the spine, into the hands, into the earth. Energy all the way from your center down through the legs, also connecting into the earth. 4 more. And 3. And 2. Last one. All right. Come down to hands and knees. Next exercise that I want you to do, we're going to take our right foot in between the 2 hands, and we're going to take it into a low lunge. Make sure your knee is straight over your ankle. Curl your toes at your back foot behind you. Take an inhalation. And then exhale. 2 more. Breathing in. And exhale. 1 more. All right, low lunge. Now we're going to do Ardha, half split. Pull right hip back, left hip forward, hinge. Stretch, lengthen spine, hip hinge. Hinge from the hips so we don't bend from our back. Stay here and breathe. Go back into a low lunge. Knees straight over your ankle. Inhale, lengthen spine. Exhale, take it back. Half split. Stretch forward. Elongate for a deeper stretch all the way from the heel to the back of the upper thigh. Flex your foot. Two more deep inhales. And last one. Come forward. Take your back foot, toes curl underneath you. Ground down. Lift up the back leg so your back leg is going to go straight. You're going to root down. Feel your core deepen and come all the way up. I'm not sure if you'll be able to see me. So you're in a higher lunge. Inhale. Now bring hands to hips, and you're going to go straight down and straight up. 7 and 6. Straight down, straight up. 5 and 4. 3 more. And 2. Last one. Come all the way down. Take hands to each side of your foot. You're going to push down into each palm. Lift up back leg. Swing right into three-legged dog. Square out your pelvis. I'm a little off center there. I just hopped to the middle. Square your hips out. Three-legged dog. Take here a nice deep long inhale. Exhale. Take that leg down, switch. Other leg goes straight up, square out your pelvis, lengthening. Inhale, exhale. We're going to take left foot, step in between the two hands, go down into a low lunge, knee right over ankle, lengthening. Deep inhale and exhale. Take it back into Ardha Hanuman. Half split, stretch breastbone forward. Take a couple breaths here. This left hip pulls back, right hip forward. Align your pelvis. Bend from the hip socket, not from the back. Come back into a low lunge, knee over ankle. Take a deep inhale, stretch spine. Exhale, take it back to your half split. Flex your foot. Stretch breastbone forward. Hinge. Keep back long, flat back. Just coming a little closer to our leg. Keep your pelvis squared. Getting into our hamstrings, our biceps femoris, semitendinosus, and semimembranosus. You got 3 different hamstrings. Two more deep inhales. And last one. Gonna go into our low lunge again. Inhale. Now you're really going to ground down, curl the toes under of your back foot, ground down to lift up, high lunge. Now you're going to go down and then lift up for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2 more. Last one. Come back into that lunge. We're going to take our left foot, press palms into mat, go right into three-legged dog, square your pelvis out again. Really stretch that leg far and away. Okay, take 2 steps forward to the front of your mat. And then we're going to sit, modified first, hands behind upper thighs, stretch spine long, roll into the back of the pelvis, collarbones wide, think of a string lifting breastbone to sky. 3, breathe in, stretch spine, roll right into the back of your pelvis. 2, good, one more. Continue like that. If you want to make it harder, we're going to straighten out the legs. Rolling up and down through the spine. If you have herniated discs, not the best things to do, especially if they're freshly herniated. So I wouldn't do straight leg roll-ups and stuff like that if you have low back compression or anything like that. Stretch up, head away from tail. You can also do modified this way, where you just go back a little bit and then stack it up. You go back a little more, in, stack up tall. Roll into the back of the pelvis so you really stretch your low back long into the mat. Press the backs of your thigh bones into the mat, backs of heels. You're rolling it out. Inhale, arms reach away from legs. Nod your chin, it's a little chin nod. Ocean wave. Scoop into your center, reach over the legs. Stack it up. Peel back, smooth with control. Three more. Like a wave, roll up over your center. Scoop it in. 2 more. Peel it back. Stack it up. Good, let's do one more. Stack it up. Take hands behind you. Try this way, fingertips forward to help with the wrist, collarbones wide. Your hands are going to go straight underneath you. Make sure you fire your glutes. They need to be working. Heels push into ground. Collarbones wide, armpits to palms. Lift straight up. Collarbones wide. Lift hips to sky. So we're just doing a reverse plank. 5, 4, 3, 2. Come all the way down. So we're going to sit upright on our mat. Now we're going to flex our feet. Stretch spine tall. We're going to do a forward fold now. Hinge from hips. Reach forward. So we're going to grab the side edges of our feet. You can reach for your shins, your ankles. If you grab the side edges of your feet, gently pull outward onto the lateral edges. Feel how those femur thigh bones sink down into your mat. Stretch spine long. And we're just going to reach over our legs. Hold here and breathe. Just going to do a forward fold. Lengthening, really stretch breastbone long. I don't know why Paschimottanasana is popping into my brain, but I might be wrong, so don't quote me. Sometimes I remember Sanskrit, sometimes I don't. And like I said, herniated discs do not like this kind of forward flexion, forward bending. It pops the disc out the other way. So if our discs are bulging or protruding, we don't want to push them all the way out. So that's why it's not good to do this stuff if you have disc herniations. We want to do the back the other way to push the disc back in. One more deep inhale and exhale. We're going to come back up. Bring hands down by sides again. We're going to do a reverse plank again. This time, from your glute to your heel, I'm going to have you do kicks. So you're going to press heels into mat. If you wanted to modify, you would lift up like this with knees bent. Otherwise, press heels into the mat, open chest. Then you're going to kick, kick, down, kick, kick. Really try to tighten your glutes so the knee stays straight. Otherwise, your knee will bend. Keep pelvis lifted. 2 more. Good, 1 more. And then carefully come in. Now this next one, we're gonna bend our right leg, bend it in for half butterfly. So on this one, kneecap faces sky, toes face up. You're going to flex your foot. And then Badakanasana, Badakanasana, Ardha Badakanasana, half butterfly. This knee pulls in, shoulders are down and back, lengthen spine up. And then we're gonna just take our forearm to the inside of our leg, and I want you to rise up out of your pelvis. Try to have equal weight through each half of your pelvis. You're gonna take this arm up. We wanna open this entire sideline. Some of you might be able to reach and grab your ankle or your toes. If you can't, no worries. I like to get a belt, wrap it around my foot. We're just gonna stay here and breathe. Try to get this whole side to lengthen and open. Just breathing in and breathing out. Opening up that whole sideline. It helps to decompress your spine. 2 more inhales. And exhale. Try to go a little deeper. And then come all the way back up. So we're going to slide other foot in. Slide the other leg out. Again, your kneecap faces up. Toes face the sky. When you flex your foot, you're actually going to push through the ball of the foot. Let it be active. Take this foot close in to your groin, and it doesn't have to be all the way in touching. Do what's comfortable and safe for your body. Equal out your pelvis. Rise up out of the hips, and then we're going to take this forearm to the inside of our straight leg. Really stretch up. We want to get our entire side to open, so we're going to sink into our sits bones, into the pelvis, lift those ribs out of the hips, and start to fall over to the side. Control it. We're not forcing anything. Keep reaching through the bottom of your foot as you flex your foot. That straight leg, knee faces the sky. Keep lengthening. Breathe into the stretch. When you feel a give, go a little deeper. 2 more breaths. Slowly lengthen that whole side coming up. Slide that straight leg in. Bring the soles of your feet together. We're gonna do Badakanasana, so instead of the feet being further out, as in diamond, we're gonna hold in for butterfly. I like to take the bottom of the foot and start to rotate the entire leg upwards to get a little more external rotation at the top of the thigh bone where it inserts into the hip socket. So think of upwards, bottom of foot up, let that thigh bone open deeper. It rotates externally into your sockets. You could grab shins, ankles, reach around your feet. And again, it's important to stretch your spine long, create length in your spine. You're gonna feel space in your hip joints when you lengthen your spine. And then start to hinge forward from the hip joints. And just breathe. We're just gonna hold our butterfly stretch for a few moments. When you feel a little give, go a little deeper. We want those hips to open and the low back. Without rounding our back. You can even take arms, reach them straight out in front of you. Let's take one more deep inhale. And exhale, lift chest up. We're gonna go straight into a straddle pose where we extend both legs straight out to the sides. After that, we'll counter it with something moving our spine backwards. So we're just gonna take our feet, slide out to one side, slide out to the other side. And again, your knees face upward. Your toes can face up, flexing your feet. And you're just stretching forward, so we're just kind of deepening that stretch. Head away from tail. And we're gonna stretch over the legs. Keep those knees facing upwards. Still reach through the bottoms of your feet for that energy to flow. Feel how the back of the thigh bones are firmly into the mat. You feel it give, go a little deeper. We'll just stay here for one more breath. All right, slowly make your way back up. You're gonna fold the knees in, little windshield wiper. Then we're gonna do a little Ustrasana bridge. Come to your hands and your knees. And then you could either have the tops of your feet come completely down into the mat, or you could keep your toes curled. I'm gonna keep my toes curled to distribute the weight down into the balls of my feet, so I release some of the pressure from the front of my knees. One of my knees is still healing, so I'm trying to keep all the weight out. So you're going to take one hand up to the back of your pelvis, take the other hand up to the back of your pelvis, core is engaged. You're going to press your hips forward, hinge back at the hips. You're going to feel gluteals kick on. You could stay here, pressing hip bones forward to modify. If you want to go deeper, reach for the backs of your heels or your ankles. Chest lifts. Your glutes are working. Abdominals are strong. Collarbones wide. Going back into your camel. Breathing in. So feel firm connection in your center. Hip bones press forward. Gluteals are engaged. Keep neck long. Protect your neck. Eye gaze straight. Just doing a little back bend, opening chest, heart center. Let's take 2 more deep inhales. And 1 more. To come up, tighten abdominals in, take hand to back of hip and pelvis, bring the other hand up. All right, coming to your hands and knees, slide your feet forward. And I'm gonna have you do a rollover from Pilates, going into Hilasana, which is a plow in yoga. Again, we don't do this with herniated discs, osteoporosis, anything like that. Start off by peeling down segment by segment. So your arms reach firmly against the mat, float one leg up, float the other leg up, and then I'm going to show you how to curl your low back off the mat. Feet hip width apart. Tilt hip bones back, spinal flexion, C curve, roll up segment by segment. Essentially, that's the motion we're going to do with our legs straight. No weight in neck. Breathe in, release through breastbone, peel down sequentially through the segments of your spine. So you would peel up section by section. Breathe in, width across shoulders, chest. Exhale, exhale, roll down. Now to do that with legs straight, straighten the legs, press arms into mat. You're going to lift up and over. I couldn't do this the other day in the woods because of the surface I was on. So you want control. You're going to do feet hip width apart, peel up, and then when they're hip width apart, you squeeze ankles together. Neck is straight, no pressure in the neck. Weight is through shoulder blade shelf. And then you're going to start to roll sequentially. Peel down, flex, actually flex the feet. Point the toes, hip width apart. And then you're going to flex your feet, bring them together. Really roll through the center of your spine. We'll do 3 more that direction. Bring feet together, flex. Roll sequentially down. 2 more. Okay, we're going to reverse it. So from here, your feet are together, collarbones wide. Peel up, go hip width, flex your feet. Really create elongation. To do it properly, I can't talk at the same time. So if I'm talking, it's not actually proper. So we're going to bring, let's see, now I forgot which way I was going because I was talking. Together, hip width, point together, hip width. Really create length. 2 more. Last one. Plow Hilasana. We're actually going to let our feet go back behind us to the floor. Toes can touch. Bring your hands behind your hips. Hold here, breathing in, and exhale. There's no weight in the neck. So here's your plow. We could go into a shoulder stand from here, hands under back of pelvis and hips. Then you would float one leg straight up, then the other. Again, I have no weight in my neck, your head stays straight. Like Sarvangasana comes to mind. Shoulder stand, legs are straight. Just stay here and breathe. I'm not going to turn my head, but I don't have weight in my neck. Shoulder blade shelf, back of shoulders in mat, no weight in neck. In Pilates, we have an exercise called control front. If you take your leg to the floor behind you, and then you slowly bring the leg down, and then lift the leg up. Breathing in, exhale, lift the leg up. Breathing in, exhale, lift the leg up. Now switch. The other leg comes down. Breathing in, exhale, stretch that leg. Breathing in, and exhale. Breathing in, exhale, leg lifts up. All right, bring both legs up. In Pilates, we have something called jackknife. Hands to mat, legs straight, peel down, vertebra by vertebra. Tailbone touches mat, hug knees to chest. Breathing in, stretch out your back. Inhale, exhale, release. One more. Inhale, exhale, release. From here, we're going to cactus our arms. Both knees go to one side. Breathe. Spinal twist. Chest open. Bring both knees in. Breathing in, exhale. Cactus your arms, both legs together. Now bring legs to the other side. Collarbones wide, breathing in, and exhale. Breathing in, exhale. And one more time, breathing in, and exhale. You're going to